Hello everyone. I hope you guys have concluded the first part of the novel, and if you haven't, please check it out. Now let's go to the plot without wasting your valuable time. Now there's only one man left in Sukrujani's family, Mandya, and now Mandya is responsible for his house and fields. And Mandya is supposed to marry with Kajori, but for that he has to pay a bride price. But Mandya decided to do that after the harvest, and he starts brew liquor to get some labors and to cut a crop and collect for Mandya. And he suggests his sister to collect some mahua flowers. And on the other hand, the both daughters were growing chilies to sell them and to earn some extra money. Thereafter, Sukrujani returned his house for the harvest festival, but he wasn't allowed for that. But still, he stepped away from the landlord's land. Harvest festival is a very popular festival in Praja tribe. Every Praja tribe go to the forest and collect wood for the bonfire, and every woman doing the painting and cleaning for their houses. Harvest festival is very popular and enjoyable festival for the Praja tribe, but expect for Sukrujani and his family. One day, the Mandya was caught by excise department through brewing the liquor and selling the liquor. The articles are seized and the statements are recorded. Once again, Mandya has to pay a 50 rupees for his crime and he found guilty. In order to raise a loan, Mandya go to the money lender for loan and he become a goatee now. And the festival ends on an unhappy note for Sukrujani and his family. And now they are not only facing the poverty but also exploitation and abuse. The next chapter describes the lifestyle of Ram Bisoi, where he has huge empire to live. There are bullocks cart in front of his house. To enter his house, one has to first pass through his warehouse. His warehouses are entirely full with grain, oil sheets, and chilies, etc. The entrance is a big wooden door with huge iron knobs. On the other hand, the villagers are living in mud houses with hungry children, and the goddess are living life of dignity. The next chapter describes how the landlord moneylender took advantage of the tribesmen by giving them alcohol on credit. Basically, a liquor making factory was established, and the moneylender gave alcohol to the tribesmen without asking for immediate payment. After some time, he demanded they repay the debt. If they could not pay, he asked for their land instead, and he smartly manipulated the villagers. Thereafter, the passage describes the suffering of the tribal people who lived in fear due to constant harassment by official police and the moneylenders. And sometimes the tribal girl were also called upon to dance for the rich moneylenders. And the next chapter is about Spring Festival, and it's quite similar to Harvest Festival. And the next chapter shows the celebration of the Spring Festival, which shows the tribes, people, traditional prayer, rituals, and their marriage custom. And the festival is about bright and festivity dance. And at the same night, Kajori and Bagla rushes off into the jungle and they decided to get married. Jilly, who was very much in love with Bagla, now she feels desolate and alone. And as I have already mentioned, Mandya and Kajori were supposed to get married, but now she wants to get married with Bagla. And once again, the chapter reflects the sorrowful state of Sukrujani and his family. Sukrujani and his son have to return to the moneylender's house. One day, Sukrujani chooses to give his land to the moneylender as a guarantee so they can escape their statue as goatees. Everyone in the village works except Jilly and Billy, who are too occupied with their sadness and struggling to survive. And no one is willing to help Jilly and Billy except Cow Praja. Cow Praja does not looks good, but he has very skills. For instance, he is good in remembering. So he got a job as a messenger. Over the time, he starts dreaming of Jilly as his bride. But the moneylender Ram Bisoi refuses his place. The next chapter describes us how Jilly and Billy get the employment. One day, their neighbor Dipti Mani, who belongs to a Dom caste and daughter of Barik, inform Jilly and Billy there's a one highway being built and the contractors are looking for labor. And they are offering a great money, campers, and foods as well. They lock up the door and leave. They haven't think about it, the consequences, what their father will say and what will the society say. When Sukrujani know about the situation, he again asked the moneylender Rambisoi to free his one of son in exchange of his land. But the Rambisoi refuses to talk in a furious way. The next chapter describes the lives of labor on the highway where people come from distant village to work. The contractor is a Kuchi, he from Gujarat, and the young supervisor. The workers work together, sing and laugh. At the evening, they lit fire and enjoying their meal. And now people getting familiar with each other. Here on the highway where the people are working, it's very common to see men and women working together. Thereafter, the supervisor get attracted towards Chili and Billy also following Jilly's footsteps. And now she is engaged with young supervisor. The both supervisor and young man gives present to the both girls in exchange for sexual favor. The gifts are in the form of coin, saris, perfumed soap, scented oil, beads, and rings. Life is full work, dance, song, and little assets. The next chapter shows how cleverly Ram Bisoi steals Sukrujane's land. He sent a person Barik to survey Sukrujane's land and he found valuable deal. Thereafter, he decided to settle the matter of Sukrujani. An agreement has been created and it indicates that Sukrujani would be free, but his sons wouldn't. He can only obtain his land back when he will pay 25 rupees to the Sahukar. There's no witness, and once again, he didn't understand a single word from the agreement since he is an illiterate person. Now, Sukrujani is free but hopeless and alone. He returns to his house in the village but is at a loss as he finds his hut locked and his two daughters missing. A few days later, he decided to look for his daughter, and after an endless search, he finds them. He wants from his daughter to accompany him back to the village, but there's no enough food for them. The supervisor offers work to Sukrujani as well, which he refuses. Jilly and Billy have to pack their belongings and now they are returning to their village with their father.